Alright guys, 1984 Honda CB700SC Nighthawk, 700 Nighthawk. It's in to be mainly checked out, but the real reason was that oil leak you saw. So you saw that oil, man. It was just pouring out of there and running right on the exhaust. So couldn't leave it running, couldn't test ride it or anything. It just came from another shop, not local to me or anything, but it came from another shop, had almost $4,000 worth of work done to it. And that's pretty much how he got it. It's a long story. I think they battled it out a little bit, but yeah, so apparently he had some problems there with that shop and had it back a couple times and what have you. And I'm not one to beat up on other shops. I'm just telling you his story. And so it's here for me to get it checked out and get it right and what have you. I'm supposed to have a new top end, rebuilt carbs, all this stuff. So we have not been able to run it long enough to hear it, ride it, or anything. So I just fixed that gasket. So we can start it up, run it, test ride it, do all that stuff to find out exactly what's going on with this thing. So without further ado, here goes nothing, right? All right, full choke. Oh, okay. Okay. Just leave it on choke for a second. Side sounds funny. Let's take some choke off here. It's not cold outside by any means. Alright, I'm down, well, almost half choke. Let's see if we can take the choke off. It don't seem like it. I'm right about half. Take the choke off, see what happens. Okay, well, there you go. All right, let's go back about half choke. Let's see here. You guys worried about what he got for his money? Sounds like a couple cylinders are firing. That's half choke, and you saw it won't run without the choke yet. Now, I don't believe that anybody broke this thing in. He said that the people test rode it and did some stuff. That's what they told him, but then when he went to get it, the seat was not the right seat. So he couldn't even test ride it. So I don't know. It's a story. Now, I'm not joking. Right on the paperwork, it said they dingle ball owned the cylinders. Okay, that's not good. But I mean, it's okay for a backyard mechanic in a pinch. But I would never do anything like that on a motorcycle. I wouldn't even do it on a car. I know the proper way to own stuff. But I'm just mentioning that because, well, this could be because of it's having to stay on choke. Let's see what we can do now. Okay, I'm still a third choke. Let's see if she'll rev up. Okay, well, there's your answer. Will it rev up? All right, folks, we're not getting off to a very good start here. All right, let's see if I can start it where the choke is now without giving it throttle. Okay, starts right back up. The 2 cylinders that are running. That's on the 3rd of choke. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to test ride this thing to find out what else is wrong with it. One of the main things that's, you know, got the guy concerned, I don't even know if he's thought about it not running properly, but the main thing that concerned him was as soon as he started it up, oil just poured out of there, and he thought, well, if that easy, I mean, that's not an easy gasket. You know, it is and it isn't. So I'll explain more of that later, but he's thinking, man, if that gasket leaked, then what else is going to leak? You know, they did the top end on it. So he's like, before we get too far, let's see if we got, you know, if we got to take it all back apart or what have you. I'd like to know now. Another thing I found that I'm not sure if the guy did this or the mechanic did this, but it looks pretty fresh. I'll pop up the pictures. There's a repair right here where they probably somebody pried this or hit it or something, but we got a chunk taken out right there, and they did some kind of little repair on it. Yeah, so anyway, I got to bring that, I got to talk to the customer about that, or I already have by the time you see this. Anyway, let's try to keep this thing running. I got to be able to test ride it, whatnot. Let me make sure. No, it's on reserve. Oops, sorry. I wasn't looking through the camera. Just make sure that. Give it a little more choke. Okay. I don't know, guys. I just look and see if the carbs are leaking. I do smell gas, but I'm having to run it on choke, so running good on choke, but I don't think it'll rev up. That's what it's doing. I'm trying to rev it. Let's try taking some choke off again. All right, about halfway. Now let's try to rev it up. Okay. So, puffing out there a little bit. All right, guys. Let me try to run this thing a little bit. I don't know if they ever seated the rings or what the heck's going on here, or the carbs aren't quite right, but by now, all right, it's getting warm. It's not hot yet, but I don't want to keep running on choke. I'm gonna foul the plugs out. I mean, it is 80 degrees out here. What I was gonna say, sorry, you probably can't hear me. What I was gonna say is, I probably need to break it in. I don't know if they ever broke it in, if it'll even, rings will seat now. But let me get off here and see what I can do. Stand by. that's with the choke off. I'm trying to somewhat break it in. I don't know how much it's ran since it was rebuilt. I know the owner didn't run it because it was pouring oil, but he said that the guy told him that he had rode it and test rode it and what have you. But then when he went to pick it up, his seat was lost or something. Just one of those things where now I gotta try to figure it out and get it right. And then don't know what's wrong yet. We will figure it out, but there's a lot of smoke coming out of there. I'm thinking the rings aren't seated or something. It'll only run on choke, won't take any throttle unless it's full choke, and it'll barely take it. I'm gonna run it through some heat cycles like I'm breaking it in and see if it gets any better, because right now I can't even ride it. I can't even run it without the choke, let alone ride it. So that's what we're dealing with, folks. You saw the first start since I got it. I mean, we started it up to show you the oil running out, but that was full choke. And this is the first time I've run it that much. Oh, this could get interesting. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I keep running it, thinking it's going to get a little better. I'm not sure what's up here yet. It's just not getting any better. Acts like the carbs are starving for fuel. But it could be, like I said, because it's not broke in yet. The rings haven't seated. Not sure yet, but got to get with a customer. So let's see where we go from here. Okay, so yeah, definitely the carbs. That box, I guess there's supposed to be a drain in there. It must be clogged up, so we'll get that cleared out too. But yeah, the air box is full of gas. That would explain why the thing was running so bad and smoking out of the pipe. Sometimes that white smoke, if it's not bluish, then it couldn't be a lot of fuel. But also, if it's the floats or whatever, it could be washing down the cylinders as well. So this is definitely not a good situation on a supposed brand new top end here.